Okay, good afternoon, class. At this point, we're looking at the examples as well as the odd numbers for exercise 12.7. Right, exercise 12.7 is on page 278, whilst we're reading and doing the examples from page 276. We look at exchange rates. Okay. If you're going from one country to another, visiting a different country, of course your rands is not going to work in those countries. You guys know that, no? So when you go to America, you change to dollars. You go to Zimbabwe, Zim dollar, Zimbabwean dollar. You go to Mauritius, pound. Where is the Mauritius? Not in England. Okay, pounds is in Great Britain. All right, but anyway, so of course, people, if you're going to go and you're going to change your money and you're going to exchange your rands, $2. Of course, $1 is not $1. Okay, it's currently 18 rand something. Okay, so people, there was a time that they used to pay $2 for 1 rand. Yeah? A while ago. Okay. But now, if you like, we pay 16 rands for $1. Okay. But anyway, there's many things that affected that. Okay. So the current exchange rate can be found in the newspapers and the internet, radio, and television. Okay. Now this textbook was written in 2010. So just about before that. Okay. I think it was launched in 2010. So when people wrote this textbook, they used the current exchange rate of the time. Okay, so you will see exchange rates here. So for argument's sake, we're going to look at the US dollar. It was 6 rand and 81 cents. Now it's 3 times at the moment. You understand? So we are going to use the values that is given to us. You guys understand? But if you get here an exam, then we will use more relevant values. Okay. But because this is printed, we couldn't have just changed it all the time as the inflation or as the rand to dollar exchange rate changes and so on. It makes sense. Okay. So let's read again. So the current exchange rate can be found in newspapers and on the internet, radio station, and television. Normally, it's given after the news is read. They give you the markets and all of those things. Okay. The international trade and world markets often price goods like gold, platinum, oil prices, and services in US dollars. Okay, people things are going to change very soon. Okay, Brexit is kicking in and all of those stuff. In the near future, I'm hoping I'm still alive at that time. Things are not going to be bought in dollars anymore. Okay, so we will start visiting America and those things. No? They won't be visiting us. Okay, hopefully. All right. When the rand weakens against the other currencies, the cost of importing goods and services to South Africa increases. Okay, makes sense. Okay, that is why sometimes the oil goes up. Many times the oil goes up. No? If the oil goes up, then the petrol prices will go up. No? Then you see the long lines at the garages. Okay. And then, of course, as the rand strengthens, which is very seldom, and then petrol prices and those things comes down a bit. Okay. But as it's been now the trend for many years, everything is just going up and up and up. Okay. The table gives us the exchange rate of foreign currencies against the South African rand at the beginning of January 2011. So how many years ago was that? 12 years ago. No? So 12 years ago, the foreign currency, there's an official abbreviation there. The cost in rand, the ZAR there, ZAR, South African rand, for 1 unit of foreign currency. So United States dollar, that time you used to pay 6.81 for the dollar. Okay. The British pound. People, these are the most common use. It's always doing the comparison between the British pound and the US dollar. Okay, and the euro is also often used. As you can see, the British pound is 10 rand and 47 cents. That time, the British pound was 10 rand 47 cents, but I think currently selling at 20 rand. We have 22 rand there now. I never ever bought it, so okay. But the euro is 8 rand 91 cents. I think the euro is a bit less than the US dollar now. No? But the Australian dollar, 6 rand 81 cents, the same as the Australian dollar. The United States dollar. Currently, the Australian dollar is about 7 rand. Okay. Then we're looking at the Chinese yen, the yuan. So there, 1 rand is to 1.2 yuan. Okay. It's about the same. I don't know, what is it currently? I think we're going to pay much more. I think we will pay, if we pay 1 rand, we will get more Chinese yuan. Eh? I could be wrong there. The Hong Kong dollar. So in other words, here, if you pay 87 cents, you'll get one of their currencies. Okay, which is the Hong Kong dollar. Japanese yen, 8 cents for 1 yen. Okay, which means to say we could have a good time then, with our money. The Malaysian ringgit, 2 rand and 17 cents for one of those, and so on and so on and so on. Okay. Yeah, that's Indian rupee. The exchange rate in the table. So you must use this exchange rate throughout this exercise. Okay. So let's look at the example. The example's on page 277. Okay. So here we're told that four people travel to London and have supper at a restaurant. The cost of the meal per person is $32. No, 32? Not euros? Pounds. The cost of a meal per person is 32 pounds. Calculate the total cost of the meal in South African rands using the exchange rate given in the table. So, what do we need? We need to know how many British pounds we're getting for, how many rands do we pay for 1 British pound. So it's 10 rand, 10 pound 40. So 1 pound is equal to 10 rand and 47 cents. Okay, you guys understand? So we always start off by writing the exchange rate. Okay? So what I do is I say, okay, how many pounds are we converting to rands? 32 pounds. So we say 32 pounds is equal to. How do I move from 1 to 32? It's either you're multiplying or dividing. Okay, we never adding and subtracting here. It's like ratios. Ratios we don't add and subtract, no? We only multiply and divide. So if I go from 1 to 32, I must multiply by 32. So it's 10 rand 47 cents times 32. Put that in the calculator. And now Ms. Hendricks got her own calculator. 10 rand 47 multiplied by 32. Gives us 335 rand and 4 cents. People, this is what one person is paying. No? I take my whole family out for that today. No? I'm shy to say this, each person paid it. Okay. Calculate the total cost. So how many people are there? 4 people. The total is 335 rand and 4. Okay, by 3 Gatsby's with us. Right, you times by 4 gives us 1,340 cents. 1,340 rand and 16 cents. Okay, these people that will get visit is not teachers. Okay, all right. But do you guys understand? Any confusion here?
No, sir.
Am I moving too fast?
No.
Okay, I'm move a bit fast. Okay. People, let's carry on with our lives. Here we are told note that Brent crude oil only costs $26 per barrel in 2000, the year 2000. Okay, and the exchange rate was 9 rand and 26 cents to the US dollar. The price at that stage was 4 rand and 20. The petrol price at that stage was 4 rand and 20 cents per liter. How much are we paying now? 28. Where you buying petrol? Here around. Lisa Kanya. Hey. Right, so let's look at these people. Brent crude oil cost 92 US dollars a barrel. Calculate the cost in rands of importing 5,000 barrels of oil using the exchange rate in the table. Okay. So firstly, let's check how much each barrel will cost in rands. So what's the exchange rate between dollar and rand? $1 is equal to 6,81 rands. Okay. So it's $92. So I put it under the dollar sign. Not so. So how do I get from 1 to 92 times by 92? Not so. 6 rand and 81 cents times 92. It's going to give us 6.81 times 92 gives us 626 rand and 52 cents. That is the cost in rands per barrel. They want 5,000 barrels. Okay, so therefore the total is going to give you 626 rand and 50 cents, 52 cents times 5,000. You multiply by 5,000. J 3,132,600. People, you guys understand?
Yes, sir.
It's either that or what you could have done was I could have worked out first what the cost of 5,000 barrels of oil is in US dollars. Okay, so that would have been 5,000 times 92 gives us a total cost of $460,000. So $1 is equal to 6 rand and 81 cents. So therefore the total is going to give you 681 rand multiplied by 460,000. It gives us times 6.81 gives you 3,132,600 rands. People, you guys understand? Any confusion here? No. You say I'm not moving too fast. So in B, we are told that the exchange rate was 6 rand and 81 cents to the US dollar in January. The rand weakened against the dollar and the exchange rate increased to 9 rand 60. Calculate the percentage increase in the exchange rate. How do we calculate percentage increase? It's always going to be the difference over the original times 100. Okay, the difference in the two prices over the original value times it by 100. So what's the difference? We're going to say 960 minus 681 divided by what was the original price? The original exchange rate 681 cents. And times it by 100. That gives us 960 minus 681 over 6.81 times 100. We give you 40,97. 40,97%. Yes? To get a difference. You get a difference in price. Okay? Difference is by how much it went up or came down by. Okay? So that amount which goes up or down by over the original will give you the percentage increase. That increased value as a percentage of the total, of the original value. Okay. Any other confusion here? So look at C. If the price of petrol was 82 Rand per litre, 8 Rand 20 per litre, when the exchange rate was 6 Rand and 81 cents to the dollar, calculate the cost of petrol per litre when the exchange rate increased to 9 Rand 60 to the dollar. What does that mean? That means to say that I must increase the petrol price by the increase in for the Brent crude oil. Not so. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to say the new price or the new value is equal to 8 Rand 20 multiplied by 40,97. This is your increased value. Yeah? Increased amount. So that's going to give us 8 Rand 20 multiplied by 40,97%. So it's going to give us 3,36. That's the increased amount. So the total now will give you 3,36 plus the starting value, which is 8,20. Give us 11,56. Okay, so that is what is going to cost per litre of petrol. Okay. So what that you should be able to do now, exercise 2.7 odd numbers. 12.7 odd numbers. People enjoy this every day? After the class?